I also have this in an informative video by Medium. Assalamu alaikum, friends. We will talk about Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala's beloved Rasul Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. He told me about an incident in which he had a conversation with Fatima sallallahu alayhi wasallam. In that conversation, bad women were mentioned. Apart from promoting those women, you come to every place. I have shed light on the issues that happened with him and shared those things with him. I must convey these things to all your friends as well. This will allow you to understand the issue that is happening with you. Use these tools as per the principles told by Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala, and you do those things. The devil will try to use these things to distract you and prevent you from achieving your goals in life. The storm inside forces you to adopt a lockdown which you should not do. Now we will talk about women wearing clothes, but first, let's continue with the video. Let me tell you, once a person asked a question that there was a grave there, and from that door, the sound of a woman crying and screaming came. Now, this Sunday, a lot of people were present there, so they got scared. A person ran from there and reached near the mosque on the border. I arrived and informed them that there is a mosque at such and such a place, and right next to that mosque is a graveyard. There is a news in this graveyard, and a voice is coming from inside that news. Either you send someone with me or you yourself come with me. If it's confirmation, you'll know whether the sound is coming from there or not, and you can take any action accordingly. When he conveyed this to them, they agreed and immediately set out. They went from there, and when they arrived, the sound was coming from the graveyard. Many people were present, and they were shocked and worried. Strangeness began to occur, and only one thought persisted: what could have happened to their friend? After the sound began emanating from the waste, why did people gather around this grave in a state of distress? Why didn't they disseminate this information? When Mufti Sahib ordered them to dig the graves, the news was immediately lost. After Mufti Sahib gave the order to dig the graves, a woman was seen inside the room. She had poison on her and smelled bad. As soon as people saw her, they closed their eyes. A passerby took off his scarf and said, "Wrap this scarf around her." She wrapped the scarf around herself and ran into her house. People were very surprised by what had happened. We had never seen a woman like this before. She was covered in poison and making strange noises. When they dug her grave, she came out and ran. The people went to her house and knocked on the door. They wanted to know what happened to that woman. They knocked for a long time, but she did not open the door. Then, after some time, the woman's voice came, saying, "Any two of you who have a lot of courage, I am in this state because I am determined. I give them permission to come inside. They should come inside, see me, and be strict about it. Any weak-hearted person should not come inside, because a weak-hearted person will not be able to see this temple." When she said this to those two people who had courage, everyone told them to take both of you inside. He then allowed them both to come in. When she went inside, she asked the woman, "Tell me what happened to you." The woman removed the cloth from her face, revealing a countenance that had become soft and hairless, with eyes that had been gouged out. Her forehead, face, and eyelashes were also charred. It was terrible. People asked, "What happened to your hair? What happened to your eyes and lips?" The woman replied, "I used to go out of my house after decorating my hair and show it off to other men. That's why this stigma came upon me." They asked what happened to her lips. She replied, "I used to put lipstick on my lips and go out in front of other men. That's why this happened to my lips." It was asked what happened to her eyes. She replied, "I used to look at other Muslims with my eyes, so this happened to my eyes." It was asked what happened that the vein of your penis has disappeared to such an extent. She replied, "Other men used to look at the parts of my body. I used to go out of my house after getting well decorated and show off my body. That's why this happened to me." Friends, this is a process. The direction of this dream is clear. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was very upset one day that your daughter Hazrat Fatima Salaamullah alaihi was not inside her house. She said, "This is my daughter. My dear friend, come, father." I came and started saying, "Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala, please guide me." "My father, why are you worried?" Friends, this moment is a process. We must come to the direction of this dream. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was upset one day. He said, "Come inside your house, Fatima. This is my daughter. My dear friend, come." I came. He continued, "O ruler of the two worlds, guide me. Why are you worried?" Hazrat Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that, "This is my daughter. By praying this, may Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala have mercy on those sisters of yours. Have mercy on those girls. Their hair is not visible. Their eyes are seeing them. On whose forehead the heat of the sun is rising? Water is being delivered along with iron. Their faces and their entire bodies are being set on fire. Pray to Allah for them and ask for forgiveness from the worst of sins." Hazrat Fatima says, "Why do you commit such a crime against them? What is their fault?" He himself said, "My daughter, these are those women. They told about Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala. Those who went through their life in such a way that women and girls reached the extreme of being tortured and suffered from this evil inside you. Allah hates girls, that is why He has put this evil inside you. You must pray for these girls and may Allah have mercy on them and forgive them." These are matters about which a person gets upset by thinking. Friend, all this bad is happening in this world. If it's a dead body, then man should hold himself accountable for this bad moment and see if we can move forward from this life. How many times do we blame the guilty people on the basis of the day? If you and I present ourselves before Allah in this manner for forgiveness, then ask for forgiveness. I will also ask for forgiveness. Everyone will ask for forgiveness. Will Allah forgive us? The king said that women who are not the caretakers of their own houses should not care for other men except those of their own city. Those women who make noise with other women, whether they have it inside them or not, will face severe consequences if they tell those women. A woman who is an old Anna, whether she is single or married, is considered to be a part of this world. Islam frees her from this world. They will not have to give an account on the doomsday if they repent, but if they commit all these evils in this world, they will not be forgiven. If you have committed this mistake, you are a human being, an embodiment of mistakes. Mistakes happen. If you seek forgiveness from Allah, Allah will forgive you. But if you do not repent, you will not be forgiven. Allah does not bow down, nor does He fall in sorrow. A person must know that this is his, that tomorrow on the day of judgment he will be present in the path of Allah. With these actions, he will pray to Allah Ta'ala. I ask for your forgiveness, but this is not possible. It is very difficult and you people will not make such a mistake. If such insolence is committed by your army, whatever those issues are, we will present them. We will cry and pray that Allah forgives us. Do this and do not let us dare to ask for forgiveness. With this prayer, you friends, remain happy. May Allah grant you the capacity to maintain this state of joy and to disseminate it to others. We will meet in the next video. Take care of yourself. Remember me in your prayers, Allah.